I'm your host, Day, and welcome back to Marcochondria. Today is a good day for me because I will be talking about one of the most utilized musical genres on the K-pop scene and my personal favorite of them all, R&B. More specifically though, I will be sharing some K-pop groups and soloists that I'm sure other R&B lovers would enjoy. And in an extra attempt at persuading you to check them out for real, I will also be sharing a few of their songs to give you a little appetizer into their discography. Spoiler, you're gonna like them because I don't play about recommending great music. I will be covering artists across a range of R&B styles, so you can expect to find excellent people who can weave between the energetic funky new jack swing sound to the more melodic, atmospheric groove of rhythm and blues, and everything else in between. By the way, I won't be covering every group that excels at R&B in this video, so I tried selecting only my top 10. I could do a part 2 in the future with even more artists, so let me know in the comments if you guys would be down for that pleek. And with that, here are 10 pop groups and soloists guaranteed to satisfy R&B enthusiasts. Here's a very true, definitely not influenced by my personal biases statement. Very few to absolutely zero people in K-pop does R&B quite like EXO. That's a big opinion to make, but I doubt there'd be a lot of opposition to it either. Since the beginning of their time, EXO have been making R&B their musical playground, dabbling in its various styles from time to time and doing it well, thus appealing to a wider audience. What I think sets EXO apart from their peers in the R&B lane is their ability to deliver the genre with as much soul as it requires. This is something that seems to come naturally to them, possibly because of the quality of their vocal line. Members like Kyungju and Baekhyun are their top 2 standouts in my opinion, taking you to church and back with stellar vocal moments every time. Your aunties would love them, trust me. So for R&B lovers looking to pop for a vocally vigorous and sonically soulful music act, here are some EXO songs to sway you. You know, the Cake Girlies actually give EXO a run for their money. Upon making my R&B playlist for this video, I realized that Red Velvet had the most amount of songs in there out of everyone else. That sat very right with me. Even though EXO are the epitome of perfectly doing R&B and K-pop for me, it's definitely Red Velvet for many others. And it makes sense because wow, those girls go into the studio with the spirit of Mary J. Blige every time. In Red Velvet's case, their ventures into R&B don't cover too much of the raw, traditional, soulful kind. It's a shame that songs like the masterpiece that is Automatic are very rare in their catalog, but they do heavily experiment with almost every other style of R&B. They'll give you a little bit of this, then a little bit of that, and then something else over there. A listen through of their incredible discography will let you know what I mean, but for now, I'll simply show you some of their best.
I love the way 네 곁에 나의 발을 맞추고 있어 인도시계 다가온 talk to me 한줄기 햇살처럼 사뿐히 나나나나나 오직 나에게만 펼쳐져 온통 널 보낼 보여드려 내 맘은 나와 같은 세상과 나를 닮은 눈빛과 숲이 같은 너 뒤에 가보면
And here's top 3 for you. Debuting with a slay-like replay is enough to establish yourself as an R&B aficionado in my book. With their age range, experience in the older market and therefore sound of music, Shinee are indubitably excellent at delivering our beloved genre in its truest essence. Old heads will love them. Being also well versed in the more contemporary form, lovers of the newer sound will find much to like about them as well. That's a promise. Plus, with singers like Jonghyun and Anu, there's just no wrong you can do. Here's a little preview of Shinee's veteran behavior. Baekhyun is R&B. R&B is Baekhyun. I expected him to hurt my feelings and retire the sound after his amazing debut, but nope. He realized the current state of R&B in our nation and decided to serve and protect. And serve he did. Multiple times actually. With Baekhyun's voice, trained by Whitney Houston herself by the way, you would expect an almost overabundance of ballad-type songs to showcase his vocal prowess. And while he definitely does that sometimes, he's really here for the grown folk. Slowed down, baby making music is kinda his thing. And I have a feeling that lovers of the 2000s style of R&B are very likely to enjoy his stuff. So whether you wanna make yourself cry, or simply wanna throw some ass, let me give you some beyond Baekhyun to put on. 어느 게스트를 보면 You and me We are going down Second in line Give you love 내가 사랑하고 싶어 Baby tell me are you ready 곁에 있니 bring me right 내 것만이 is underground 하나의 빛을 물든 밤이 What do NCT and the others I just presented have in common? SM Entertainment affiliations. And if it's one thing SM is gonna do is give all their groups some great R&B based producers. So of course, NCT's discography is littered with excellent R&B songs. I love it so much. Although all 4 units have been introduced to the genre, some are more devoted to it than others. NCT 127 is the unit that explores R&B the most, and I honestly think they are the best at it too. They have the perfect combination of strong and diverse vocalists for creating beautiful, soulful harmonies. They're just great. And every single R&B song from Wavy, NCT Dream, and NCT U have been praised by fans and sometimes others for being some of their best works. Especially Wavy, because I know you all know about Love Talk. In case I haven't quite sold you, here's a little peek into how good my boys are. You got me saying That's right You got me saying Give me that 찾아 오늘도 아주 깊은 꿈에서 만나 Going round and going round and round 네 생각만 맴돌아 이 속에 love song love song love 그 속에 불만의 섬을 만들어 Now I want all the non-armies who define BTS solely by their Rapture era, I mean post-Dynamite era, to take seats in the front. Before we were shining through the city with a little funk and soul, we were baby Jude Nun caramel macchiato. I'm gonna need ya all to give their older stuff a chance because that's where the true R&B gold is. I really think they are/were one of the best at it too. You would always have Jungkook elevating the song's atmosphere with his sweet and soothing voice, then Tae would be right there to bring you back down to earth with some deep, velvety chords. The rap line would also make things even more atmospheric with slower rap styles to complement the song's color and vocal performance. Compliments to the chef type shit. Here's only a tiny glimpse into their huge catalog of genuinely excellent R&B songs. Seriously, I'm begging you to check out their older stuff.
Wanna be cool, wanna be loved, 너와의 same love. I can't hold you, I can't hold you, oh I can't. Tell me 내 목소리가 그처럼 never fall 멀리 멀리 가지마 Baby you got 놓지 못하게 또 무너지는 걸 알들어 만드니 그 속에서 우리 Come with me Come with
onlyoneof has a unique deck of cards amongst other K-pop groups when it comes to their R&B sound. They don't typically do R&B that's heavy on soul, but neither do they often do the more upbeat, new jack swing kind. No, onlyoneof has a signature style that I can only describe as being high class and expensive, plagiarized from a designer perfume advertisement and stored in an art museum. Let me reiterate the expensive part because wow do their songs feel like silk. This is due largely in part to their utilization of soft, breathy vocals instead of heavy, powerful ones for most of their songs, a stylistic choice that I drew for. onlyoneof has always done R&B, but this specific style of theirs has only recently been firmly established with their last 2 EPs. Here's a taste of the rich yet delicate onlyoneof experience.
Oh my girl 너의 좋을 man girl Kingdom of the night 목이 젖어 단줄 풀어 Whatever have I done Take it up Take it babe Babe 향기에 난 또 머리가 도네 babe 우주로 Come with me 오직 단둘이 Yeah 어디로 fly Beach on private if gone let's go 하나 말장난 같은 그냥 그런 통화
My Moon girls have always been ones to venture into a variety of concepts and soundscapes, showcasing their talents as genre chameleons. But one genre that they always dish out and always eat on is R&B. I'd like to think it's their second nature actually. Their R&B songs as colors would make a whole rainbow because they've given us a multitude of styles over the years. But to make your loona listening experience even more R&B centric, their subunit, Odd Eye Circle, is the one for you. R&B is the foundation of their sound in general, and is the most consistent style in their album, Max and Match. I promise you'll love them, but if you need more convincing, here's a few loona songs.
시작했어 이끌리스 가려진 그림자 속 너와 내가 마주한 곳 세상의 갭스 go away 리듬에 맞춰 춤을 출 땐 여기가 내 무대 같아 galaxy move 움직여가 이거 봐 벌써 날 가득 남겨진 love letter 입가에 난 chaotic highs of time 비로 속에 갇혀버린 나는 all night going
On the rock 존나 차갑게 해준 너의 잔내 가득해
R&B may or may not have been created with Jonghyun's voice in mind. Old school R&B singers back then were girlies who could really sing. I'm talking belting to hell and back, singing from the bottom of your gut and letting those neck veins pop. Jonghyun was the real man for the job. When it comes to R&B style, I found that he did a lot of the raw, mad soulful and almost ballad type, but I did also find a lot of other modern and retro influences like contemporary R&B and jazz in the mix. Another person your aunties would love. I'm pretty new to his discography myself, so I might be missing out on some of his truest gems. Y'all can leave me some of his R&B songs you think I'd like in the comments. Here's a peek into some of the excellence I stumbled upon anyway. Lovers of the Korean R&B music scene will love woodz. I believe he was actually within that market for a while before X1 and now his established solo persona, so his current R&B style seems influenced by that. Woodz has a trademark of chilled down R&B songs infused with a little bit of soul and trap here and there. I like his flexibility in the genre, and his voice is also somewhat of a shapeshifter on its own depending on what style the song's production is. Seriously, he can go from The Weeknd to I don't know Bryson Tiller in the snap of a finger. This man is a little too talented. Here are some of his standout R&B tracks.
너무 달라, we're so different.